The 97-year-old doctor's 4 habits to reduce nighttime urination. At 97 years old, Dr. William Hartman lived with remarkable energy, clarity, and dignity. One of the many aspects of his lifestyle that amazed people was how he managed to sleep soundly through the night with little interruption, even at an age when nighttime urination, or nocturia, becomes a persistent challenge for many. Over decades of careful observation, personal experience, and professional expertise, Dr. Hartman developed 4 simple, natural habits to drastically reduce the need to get up during the night to use the bathroom. He didn't rely on medication. Instead, he focused on lifestyle adjustments, small changes that, over time, made a huge difference. His philosophy was simple: nature first, medicine only if absolutely necessary. And in this spirit, he crafted a daily routine that centered around the body's natural rhythms and needs. Let us walk through the core habits Dr. Hartman followed and understand why they worked so well for him and how they could work for anyone. 1. Adjusting water intake in the evening. One of the most critical elements in Dr. Hartman's strategy was learning how to manage water consumption properly throughout the day. Many people mistakenly believe that nighttime urination is caused solely by drinking water right before bed. While that can certainly contribute, Dr. Hartman emphasized that the root cause often lay in the balance of water intake over the entire day, especially in the late afternoon and early evening. Dr. Hartman explained, "Think of your body as a reservoir. If you overfill it late in the day, it has no choice but to empty itself at night." To counter this, he adopted a careful hydration plan. In the mornings and throughout the early part of the day, he made sure to drink plenty of water. His goal was to stay well hydrated when his body was most active and could process fluids efficiently. However, after 4 p.m., he intentionally began to decrease his water intake. It wasn't about dehydration, it was about strategic timing. In addition, he was cautious about the types of beverages he consumed in the evening. He avoided drinks known for their diuretic properties, such as coffee, green tea, and alcohol, after mid-afternoon. Instead, he opted for beverages that were gentler on the bladder. One of his favorites was barley tea, a traditional drink low in caffeine and soothing to the digestive and urinary systems. Occasionally, he would enjoy a mild herbal tea, but he always checked that it was low in caffeine and non-diuretic. Another important aspect was his diet at dinner. Dr. Hartman favored light, low-sodium meals in the evening. High salt intake can lead to water retention, which then shifts during sleep and increases nighttime urination. His dinners were often composed of simple soups, steamed vegetables, and lean proteins, seasoned lightly with herbs instead of salt. Finally, he made it a rule to stop all eating and drinking at least 1 hour before going to bed. This not only helped prevent nighttime urination, but also contributed to better digestion and overall sleep quality. These practices may seem small, but according to Dr. Hartman, they collectively formed the first major pillar of his nighttime peace. 2. Keeping the body warm. Dr. Hartman often smiled when people asked him about nighttime bathroom trips during cold weather. The bladder, he said, is a shy and sensitive organ. It doesn't like the cold. In colder temperatures, the body's blood vessels constrict, leading to an increase in blood pressure and an urge to urinate, even if the bladder isn't particularly full. This natural physiological response explained why so many people found themselves waking up more frequently in the winter months. To address this, Dr. Hartman made it a priority to keep his body warm, particularly key areas like the abdomen, legs, and neck, which are sensitive to temperature changes. Before going to bed, he would wear soft, thermal pajamas and make use of warm socks. On particularly chilly nights, he used a heated blanket or placed a warm water bottle near his feet or abdomen. He even used special warming belts around his waist that gently emitted heat through the night without overheating him. But it wasn't just about external warmth. Dr. Hartman also strategically chose warming foods for dinner. He incorporated ingredients like fresh ginger, green onions, and miso soup into his meals. These foods helped maintain the body's internal temperature and supported good digestion and circulation. Moreover, he stayed moderately active during the day. His preferred activities included gentle walks outdoors when the sun was shining and light stretching exercises inside. These movements helped promote blood flow, kept his limbs warm, and contributed to a feeling of vitality that lasted into the night. He believed that by combining both external and internal warmth strategies, he reduced bladder overactivity and decreased the chances of nighttime awakenings. A warm body, he said, is a resting body. 3. Improving sleep quality. Another pillar of Dr. Hartman's approach involved enhancing the quality of his sleep. He understood that shallow sleep made the body more sensitive to internal signals, including minor bladder pressure, leading to unnecessary awakenings. To combat this, Dr. Hartman adopted a comprehensive sleep hygiene routine. He started by resetting his internal clock daily. Every morning, as soon as he woke up, he would expose himself to natural sunlight, whether it was stepping out onto his porch or simply sitting by a bright window. This early morning light helped regulate his circadian rhythm, promoting better sleep at night. He also kept his daytime naps short, never more than 30 minutes. Long naps, especially in the late afternoon, could disrupt nighttime sleep patterns. Instead, a brief power nap after lunch refreshed him without stealing from his nighttime slumber. In the evening, Dr. Hartman was careful to limit exposure to blue light, which is emitted by televisions, smartphones, and computers. Blue light can interfere with the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for sleepiness. Instead of watching TV or scrolling on his phone, he preferred more calming activities, reading a book, listening to soft instrumental music, or chatting quietly with family members. A warm bath was another nightly ritual. Dr. Hartman would soak in a tub filled with water heated to about 38 to 39 degrees Celsius, 100 to 102 degrees Fahrenheit, for 15 to 20 minutes. This not only helped relax his muscles, but also lowered his core body temperature afterward, signaling his body that it was time to sleep. His bedroom was a sanctuary, quiet, cool, and dark. He maintained the temperature at a steady 20 to 22 degrees Celsius, 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. He also used heavy curtains to block out light and ensured the room was free from disruptive noises. Good sleep is like a deep river, Dr. Hartman said. If you can flow with it, your body will heal and your bladder will stay quiet. 4. Gentle morning and evening exercises. Finally, Dr. Hartman incorporated gentle exercises into both his mornings and evenings. Movement, he believed, was essential for promoting blood circulation, maintaining body warmth, and supporting bladder health. Each morning, before even getting out of bed, he would do simple movements, ankle rotations, gentle stretching of his legs, and deep breathing exercises. These actions helped to wake up his muscles and joints without sudden strain. Throughout the day, he continued to move naturally. Short walks in the garden, light stretching while listening to music, and occasional squatting exercises helped maintain his mobility and overall vitality. In the evenings, just before bed, he would engage in a short relaxation routine. This included gentle arm swings, slow neck rotations, and light shoulder rolls. These movements were not strenuous. They were designed to loosen any tension that had accumulated during the day and to ease his body into a state of rest. These exercises also had another hidden benefit. They stimulated the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes relaxation and digestion, further improving his sleep quality. By maintaining regular, light physical activity, Dr. Hartman kept his blood circulation steady, his body warm, and his bladder stable. Main message: small changes, big results. At the heart of Dr. Hartman's routine was a simple but powerful truth. Consistent, small adjustments can lead to profound improvements in health. By managing his water intake wisely, keeping his body warm, enhancing his sleep quality, and maintaining gentle daily exercises, he was able to dramatically reduce nighttime urination without the need for any medication. He often reminded people, "The body speaks in whispers. If you listen carefully and respond kindly, it won't have to scream." His story stands as an inspiring example for anyone who wishes to age gracefully, maintaining independence and comfort well into their later years. Instead of seeking quick pharmaceutical fixes, Dr. Hartman showed that nature offers its own solutions, if only we are patient enough to embrace them. Inspiring others, the doctor who led by example, Dr. Hartman's commitment to natural living didn't just benefit him. It inspired many of his neighbors, friends, and even younger family members. His small community in Vermont often looked to him for advice, admiring how sharp, cheerful, and energetic he remained even in his late 90s. One such person was his next-door neighbor, Martha Green, a 72-year-old retired schoolteacher. For years, Martha had struggled with frequent nighttime urination, often waking 2 or 3 times a night. She initially chalked it up to just getting older, but the constant interruptions left her tired, foggy, and irritable during the day. One afternoon, as they sat on Dr. Hartman's porch sipping mild barley tea, Martha mentioned her troubles. Dr. Hartman listened attentively, then smiled warmly. "Martha," he said, "growing older is natural, but suffering unnecessarily? That we can do something about." He gently outlined his 4 habits, emphasizing the importance of patience and consistency. Martha decided to try it, encouraged by his quiet confidence. At first, she found it challenging to shift her evening routine. She missed her after-dinner coffee, struggled to remember to taper her water intake, and found it difficult to put down her phone at night. But Dr. Hartman checked in with her weekly, offering encouragement and practical tips. After just 2 months of steady practice, Martha experienced a profound difference. She was waking up only once a night, sometimes not at all. She felt more rested, her energy returned, and her mood lifted noticeably. "I feel like I've got my life back," she told Dr. Hartman, tears of gratitude in her eyes. A day in the life of Dr. Hartman. To truly understand how deeply these habits were woven into Dr. Hartman's life, it's worth walking through a typical day. Morning routine, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Dr. Hartman woke naturally with the sunrise. The first thing he did while still in bed was stretch, a slow, mindful awakening of his body. He rotated his ankles, flexed and extended his legs, and took 5 deep, slow breaths, filling his lungs completely. After rising, he opened his curtains to flood his room with natural light. He stepped onto his porch, inhaling the crisp morning air, feeling the sun on his face. These few minutes were crucial in setting his biological clock for the day. Breakfast was simple but nourishing. Oatmeal topped with a handful of berries, a boiled egg, and a cup of warm barley tea. He drank a full glass of water with breakfast, knowing that hydrating early would serve him well later. After breakfast, he took a slow walk around his garden. The movement warmed his muscles, and the light exercise stimulated his circulation. He loved watching the birds flit from tree to tree, their simple presence reminding him to live fully in the moment. Midday activities, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. late mornings, often found Dr. Hartman reading, writing in his journal, or attending to light gardening tasks. Around noon, he ate lunch, usually a colorful plate of steamed vegetables, a small portion of fish or tofu, and brown rice. He drank another glass of water. After lunch, he rested. Not a deep nap, but a 20-minute period of lying down with his eyes closed, letting his body digest and recover without fully sleeping. Afternoon adjustments, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. After 2 p.m., Dr. Hartman gradually reduced his water intake. He still sipped liquids, but in smaller quantities. He switched to sipping warm herbal teas, or simply holding a cup of hot water. He avoided anything salty or heavy for his evening meal. Dinner at 5:30 p.m. was typically a bowl of miso soup with soft vegetables and a slice of homemade bread. By 6 p.m., he stopped drinking large amounts of any liquid. He also made a point to begin winding down, turning down the lights, playing soft music, and avoiding all screens. Evening routine, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Dr. Hartman would take a warm bath around 7:30 p.m. He used lavender-scented salts, letting the gentle aroma and heat relax his muscles. After drying off, he dressed warmly, thermal pajamas, socks, and occasionally a light scarf. His final movements for the day were slow, calming exercises, gentle neck stretches, shoulder rolls, and a few moments of mindful breathing. Lights out came by 9 p.m., and his bedroom, already cool and quiet, was a cocoon for deep, restorative sleep. Small habits, lasting legacy. Dr. Hartman's influence didn't end with Martha. His method spread throughout the neighborhood. People started hosting evening, unplugged gatherings, where they left their phones behind, sipped mild tea, and talked face-to-face, sharing stories and laughter. A group of seniors began a morning light walk club, catching sunlight first thing in the day while practicing ankle stretches and deep breathing, just like Dr. Hartman did. Even young parents found themselves adopting some of his ideas, teaching their children to put away electronics early in the evening and to take short strolls after dinner instead of collapsing in front of the television. The science behind his habits. Modern research supports Dr. Hartman's wisdom. Studies have shown that regulating fluid intake during the day, avoiding late evening diuretics, and reducing salt intake significantly decrease Nocturia episodes. Warming the body has been proven to minimize bladder overactivity, particularly in older adults. Sleep hygiene techniques, exposure to morning light, avoiding blue light at night, and maintaining a cool, dark bedroom are all scientifically validated strategies to promote deeper, more continuous sleep. And gentle exercise? It's a miracle of its own. Light movements stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system, reduce blood pressure, ease joint stiffness, and encourage better bladder control. Though Dr. Hartman came by these practices through observation and personal experience, modern science has thoroughly endorsed them. Stories of transformation. Another neighbor, Mr. Samuel Reed, age 78, had been battling nocturia for years after his prostate surgery. Hearing about Dr. Hartman's routine, Samuel decided to experiment. He struggled at first, especially breaking his habit of drinking 2 cups of green tea after dinner. But slowly, he noticed a shift. Within 3 months, he was waking only once per night instead of 4 or 5 times. Similarly, June Patterson, a widow living 3 houses down, began following the light stretching and warming techniques. She found that not only did her nighttime urination improve, but her chronic knee pain lessened too. The philosophy behind it all. Perhaps the most powerful aspect of Dr. Hartman's approach was his philosophy of gentle persistence. He never sought instant results. The body, he often said, is like a garden. It takes time, care, and patience to see it flourish. His habits were not strict rules, but loving rituals, acts of kindness toward himself. They were sustainable because they were enjoyable, never a punishment or a chore. He taught by living. His message was clear. Respect your body's rhythms. Move with nature, not against it. Heal yourself with care and patience, not force. A lasting example. At 97 years old, Dr. Hartman wasn't chasing youth. He wasn't trying to deny aging. Instead, he embraced it gracefully, seeking to live each day with the fullest presence and ease. His life was proof that small daily actions, repeated with love and patience, could create a life not just of longevity, but of true vitality. His 4 simple habits, adjusting water intake, staying warm, improving sleep, and practicing light exercise, form a legacy of wisdom that anyone can apply, at any age. In a world often obsessed with fast fixes and medical shortcuts, Dr. Hartman's life reminds us that nature offers powerful solutions. With a bit of knowledge, patience, and care, we can listen to our bodies, honor them, and live more vibrant lives, one small habit at a time. If you found inspiration in Dr. Hartman's simple but powerful habits for a healthier, more peaceful life, we'd love to hear from you. Please like this video to let us know you enjoyed it. Share it with friends or family who might benefit from these gentle, natural tips, and leave a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts or your own experiences with improving sleep and well-being. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories, practical health advice, and everyday inspiration to help you live your best life at any age. Your support helps us continue bringing these valuable lessons to even more people around the world. Thank you for being part of our community.